If your partner consistently demonstrates behaviors that undermine your peace, dignity, and sense of purpose, it becomes essential to recognize the importance of addressing such issues. While it is never easy, you must summon the courage and resolve to part ways when necessary. This decision, however, should not be driven by spite, anger, or impulsive emotions, but by wisdom, self-respect, and a deep understanding of your worth. To endure what is unendurable, what causes harm to your emotional well-being or moral integrity, is not a mark of virtue. Rather, it is an act of self-betrayal. True virtue lies in recognizing the need for change and in choosing a path that nurtures both your inner peace and your sense of purpose. Let us, therefore, examine these 7 behaviors with the perspective of the Stoics, with clarity of thought, a sense of justice, and a commitment to living a life grounded in virtue, integrity, and harmony. 1. Dishonesty. Dishonesty is a betrayal of trust, the foundation upon which all relationships stand. If your partner lies to you, whether about small matters or great, they shatter the mutual respect acquired for harmony. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "What is not good for the hive cannot be good for the bee." Deception poisons the collective bond and diminishes the integrity of both parties. To tolerate dishonesty is to allow a toxin into your life, one that corrodes your sense of reality and inner peace. A truthful life is essential to virtue. Where truth cannot thrive, neither can love. The damage wrought by dishonesty extends beyond the immediate lie. It breeds suspicion and doubt, creating a chasm where trust once stood. When faced with dishonesty, you must ask yourself, what is the cost of staying? The Stoics teach us to focus on what is within our power. You cannot force honesty upon another, but you can choose to align your life with truth. To leave a dishonest partner is not an admission of defeat, but a commitment to your values. 2. Disrespect. A partner who mocks, belittles, or disregards your opinions and feelings undermines your inherent worth. Seneca wrote, "We are born for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids, like the rows of the upper and lower teeth." In a partnership, there must be mutual respect, a recognition of each other's value and contributions. To stay with someone who disrespects you is to accept a role unworthy of your dignity. Respect is not begged for, it is reciprocated. Without it, the relationship is a shadow of what it ought to be. Consider the small, seemingly inconsequential acts of disrespect, an offhand comment, a dismissive gesture, or an unwillingness to listen. These moments accumulate, forming a pattern that erodes your confidence and sense of self. The Stoics remind us to guard our inner citadel, the sanctuary of our mind and spirit. Allowing disrespect to persist is akin to leaving the gates of your citadel unguarded. It is your duty to protect your dignity, even if it means walking away from a relationship. 3. Manipulation. Manipulation is the act of twisting another's will to serve selfish ends. A manipulative partner wields guilt, fear, or obligation as tools of control. Epictetus taught us that we should focus on what is within our control and release what is not. A manipulative relationship seeks to blur these boundaries, making you responsible for another's desires and whims. Such entanglement is a form of tyranny. To allow manipulation is to forfeit your agency. A free mind cannot thrive under coercion. Manipulation often masquerades as care or concern. A partner might say, "I only want what's best for you," while steering you toward choices that benefit them. Recognizing manipulation requires vigilance and self-awareness. The Stoics advise us to examine our impressions, to question whether what we perceive aligns with reason. If a partner's actions consistently leave you feeling powerless or constrained, it is a sign that your autonomy is under siege. Reclaiming your freedom is an act of both courage and wisdom. 4. Violence or threats. No Stoic would condone violence, for it is an affront to both reason and nature. If your partner resorts to physical harm or threatens it, they violate the principles of justice and humanity. Musonius Rufus declared that the strong person is the one who masters their emotions and impulses, not the one who imposes their will through force. To remain in a violent relationship is to neglect your duty to protect yourself. Courage is not staying where you are harmed. Courage is leaving for the sake of your well-being. The scars of violence, both physical and emotional, run deep. They serve as reminders of moments when your dignity was disregarded and your safety compromised. The Stoics teach us to value our own worth, to recognize that we are part of nature's grand design. To endure violence is to act against this design, to deny your place in the order of things. Leaving a violent relationship is not only an act of self-preservation, but a reaffirmation of your humanity. 5. Chronic neglect. A partner who consistently neglects your needs, ignores your presence, or dismisses your concerns commits a subtle but profound harm. Life is fleeting, and our time is the most precious resource we possess. To share your life with someone who does not value your presence is to squander your days. Marcus Aurelius advises, do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. A relationship should enrich your days, not drain them of meaning. Neglect is often silent, its harm revealed in the quiet moments of longing and loneliness. You may find yourself questioning your worth, wondering why your partner does not see you as you see them. The Stoics remind us that our value is not determined by others, but by our own actions and choices. To leave a neglectful partner is to reclaim your time and energy, to redirect them toward pursuits and people who honor your presence. 6. Infidelity. Faithfulness is the cornerstone of partnership. To betray this trust is to fracture the bond irreparably. Epictetus reminds us that character is fate. A person who cannot honor their commitments reveals a lack of virtue, and no lasting harmony can be built on such a foundation. Forgiveness may be virtuous, but forgiveness does not necessitate continued partnership. Wisdom lies in recognizing when a bond has been broken beyond repair. Infidelity is not merely a betrayal of the body, but of the soul. It signals a disregard for the promises made and the values shared. The Stoics teach us to act with integrity, to align our actions with our principles. A partner who strays from this path demonstrates a fundamental misalignment of values. To part ways with such a person is to honor your commitment to a life of virtue. 7. Obstruction of growth. A partner who discourages your growth, stifles your ambitions, or fears your success is an anchor to your progress. The Stoic life is one of continual improvement, of aligning one's will with nature and reason. A true partner encourages this journey. They do not impede it. Seneca wrote, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." A good life is one where growth and virtue are nurtured. To stay with someone who fears your potential is to betray your destiny. Growth is a natural and necessary part of life. Like a tree reaching for the sun, you are meant to expand, to strive toward your fullest potential. A partner who fears this growth reveals their own insecurities and limitations. The Stoics remind us to focus on our own path, to seek progress regardless of the obstacles before us. Leaving a partner who obstructs your growth is not an act of selfishness, but of self-realization, the courage to leave. To leave a partner who exhibits these behaviors is not an act of cruelty. It is an act of justice to yourself and to them. The Stoics teach us to act in accordance with reason and virtue, not to be swayed by fleeting emotions or societal expectations. It is better to walk alone on the path of wisdom than to remain entangled in a bond that pulls you away from your true self. Let us remember that the purpose of relationships is not mere companionship, but mutual growth and support in the pursuit of virtue. If a relationship ceases to fulfill this purpose, it is no longer aligned with nature, and to act against nature is to act against reason. So, part ways not in anger, but with resolve, knowing that you honor both yourself and the principles of a life well lived. In the end, the decision to leave is an act of love. Love for yourself, for your potential, and for the life you are meant to lead. Embrace it with the fortitude of a Stoic and the grace of one who understands the fleeting nature of all things. Every ending is also a beginning. By leaving what does not serve you, you create space for what does. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, to let go of what is harmful and to embrace what aligns with virtue and reason. May you find the strength to act, the clarity to see, and the peace to endure. Please follow for more videos.